Here we go, day 2. I am absolutely loving reading your comments. They are absolutely amazing. The engagement, the fact that you have jumped in so quickly and started the 3 habits, so, on day 1 is absolutely amazing. So you should be really, really proud of yourself. It's just fantastic to see that there are already some instant wins from, like someone posted yesterday that their coffee has gone down to 1 coffee from 3. You're just making more nutritional choices. So it is absolutely well done to you. Now, I just want to say that this is a 5-day kickstart. You are not going to overhaul your lifetime of unhealthy or not so nutritional choices in 5 days, but it is a kickstart. So just be really kind to yourself and just celebrate the wins. Don't focus on what you haven't done. Focus on what you have done already in like 24 hours, which is absolutely amazing. Now, I just wanted to let you know that I don't know why I tell you this, but I just feel like I need to. I'm not a nutritionist. A lot of people think that I am, but what I do is I just keep it really, really simple. So I'm kind of sharing what I do in my life, and I think that is the bonus to me not being a nutritionist, is that I don't use any confusing jargon because I don't understand it myself. But it's more about sharing what works for me and how I do healthy habits that you can easily implement and keep it simple. So I hope that you are getting that sense that it is, like someone said yesterday, I just love that the habits are so simple. They really are, and that's something that you can do. So I've got a couple of things, I've got my list here. I've got a couple of things that came up yesterday that I just wanted to talk about. Now, I forgot to say, the challenge toolkit is an editable PDF. So you can, like today, I've got quite a few ideas that you'll want to write down. So grab your toolkit. If you've printed it off or if you've got it online, you can just type straight into it. Yesterday, somebody wanted to know about portion size, which is a really, really great question. I've just got a quick little analogy to share with you. Now, our palm, our fist is a really great portion guide, okay? So for the amount of protein we should be eating, it's the size of the palm of your hand, okay? That's the protein. In terms of veggies, it's 2 fistful, but I don't believe you can eat too many veggies. I'm like, eat as many veggies as you want, because as long as they are, not doused in flavoring and unhealthy ingredients, but just go with those, healthy, as many veggies. In terms of carbohydrates, it's about a palmful, or not a palmful, a cup. But that you could get that from leafy green. What I'm trying is this size of your hand. I don't know what you call that. But it could come from leafy green vegetables. There's lots of different ways that you can get carbs in. Good, healthy, slow release carbohydrates. And then healthy fats. It's actually meant to be a thumb size, but I do way more. Like I might have a quarter to half an avocado on a salad, and I'll sprinkle a few almonds on top and drizzle with olive oil, like that sort of thing. But it's really good to combine that with what I shared yesterday about how the portion sizes go. Just wanting to remind you that if you don't want to, or just to bring it to mind about the acidity of the lemon juice on your teeth, to drink through a straw or follow up with a glass of water just to wash that out of your mouth. And someone asked, is it okay to use jarred ginger as opposed to fresh? Now, I'm all for fresh. I'm fresh everything, as fresh as possible. The reason why I prefer fresh to the jarred is because the jar has got additives and preservatives in it, and that's what I want to avoid. Okay, so if you can get fresh, then that is more ideal. So we are talking about how to do it when you're time poor and exhausted. So I've got some tips here I want to share with you. The first thing I wanted to talk to you about, initially, was if you really want to do something and you really want to change something, you will find the time. Like if you really want a coffee, then you'll go and stand in a queue or go to a shop and wait for 5 minutes to get your coffee. And if you really want to go onto Facebook and catch up with what's going on, 5 minutes will turn into 15, 20, 30 minutes very, very easily. So I just really want you to think about how much you really want to change some healthy habits, because there will be pockets of time throughout your day that you can use that time to do it. And then I'll be sharing some tips today, but I just want to challenge your thinking on that and see if there are, it's all about time management and using your time wisely, which is what I go into. Okay, tell me, just in the comments box, tell me which of the habits are you enjoying the most? Is it the lemon and water? Is it the getting to bed earlier? Or is it the first meal of the day? And, has it made, a lot of sense? Or is it all three? Okay, so my tips, I've got 10 that I want to share with you. I am aware that I want to keep the videos short, but I also have so much to share with you. So it's a bit of a catch-22. So start small. I've already shared that. Just start, if you are time poor and exhausted, just start with these 3 daily habits. If you can nail these 3 daily habits over these next 5 days, you will notice a huge difference, especially the sleep, because that has such a snowball effect on what we eat and everything else. All 3, lemon and water, first meal of the day, everything's coming through. Muesli best. Okay. Now this is a biggie, and I've put this as number 2. Don't resort to wine in the evening. If you're someone who comes home and, has a wine or 2 and it's just habit, then I'm going to ask you, just for these 5 days, try not to have it. It's a choice that you can make, but do you know, it makes you sluggish, it makes you tired, it compromises your sleep, it compromises how you feel the next day, and it doesn't necessarily make you feel that great. You might think it's comfort and it's giving you a hug, but honestly, the side effects of it are, quite major. And the clients that I work with, and we talk about ways that they can substitute it with like kombucha or lemon and soda or cucumber and soda. Just try it for these 5 days and see what a difference it makes. So that's quite a biggie. I know, because I know a lot of women do drink. So if you do, you're not alone. Plan your meals and lunches and snacks. I know that this is a catch-22, but if you are prepared with what you are having, then you're less likely to grab the takeaways or the Uber Eats. Those are not the healthier choices. The healthier is cooking from home. So it's about having a toolbox of recipes that you can quickly rotate and quickly make that are like in 30 minutes or less. Also, if your family members, if you can share the load of the cooking, then that's going to be really beneficial, because then someone else is helping you get a nutritional meal on the table. And that is, that's key, and that's going to affect how you feel. My website, wickedwellbeing.com, has got loads of different recipes in there that you can print off and put into your meal plan. Be prepared for snacks and get temptations out of the house. If you find that you get home at night, you're tired and you are exhausted, that's when you're going to have your the chips, the chocolate biscuits, because those are easy, they are convenience foods. But if you have snacks prepared, use an hour in the weekend to prepare some snacks, or buy them. You buy some hummus, buy some just a good quality dip, or get some avocados and just mash up some avocados with some lemon juice and some coriander. That's like a guacamole, and just have So there are healthier ways that you can do it. So that have your veggie sticks already cut up, so that is the choice that you make. If you like chips, have a unsalted multigrain corn chip instead of a, like a thick cut that is just, my chips are chip family, chipaholics. But if I want chips, then I'll have the multigrain Mexicano, just ready salted chips. So make those different choices, because it's going to affect how you feel. Okay, don't wait. If you know that in the afternoon at about 4 o'clock you get the snack attacks, right? And that's when you end up at the snack machine, or you end up in the fridge, or you end up in the pantry and the biscuits. Have something at 3:30 or, before, so that you're preempting what normally happens. So therefore you can catch yourself before you get so goddamn hungry that you can't make a controlled food choice. Does that make sense? Does that happen to some of you? You get so hungry and you're tired, you're exhausted, so you can't make those nutritional food choices. I'd love to know. And as I'm saying these, give me some hearts. I forgot to say that. And I loved seeing those come through yesterday. And if anything's really resonating with you, let me know. Cook once and serve twice into 2 different dishes. So you might cook a big mince dish, and you might have it as nachos one night, and then you could have it in a lasagna, or you could have it in quesadillas, between 2 wraps, and you cook them in the sandwich press, which is a fantastic idea, rather than in a pan. Or you could do a big risotto and serve it as a risotto one night, and then do some roasted veggies and have it, in a different way. It's about being clever of what you are cooking, double it to either get another meal in the freezer, or to then serve in a different way. Like it might be nachos one day and then wraps the next night. Or, it might be a roast chicken one night, and then with roasted veggies, and then the next night it's wraps. Okay, so just try and think cleverly about that sort of thing, so that you're using your time wisely. Which is, so bulk up on veggies at every meal. If there's one, like we're doing the 3 daily habits, right? But the other thing is, if you really want to increase your energy and up your nutrition game, just get as many veggies in as possible in every single meal. So what I do in the evening, I sometimes I eat carbs. Most of the time I don't, because it's not that I don't eat carbs. It's just that I don't believe that our body needs them in the evening, because it's too hard for them to digest when we're sleeping, right? So I'll use that opportunity. So nachos, I'll serve the mince mixture on a stir-fried veggie. Or I might just pan fry up some chopped up cabbage. Or I might do a coleslaw, and I've always got a coleslaw in the fridge. And so that is always a great base to add to everything that I'm doing. So, and like if my family are having something that's on rice, I'll have it on cauliflower rice. If you haven't tried cauliflower rice, just try it. You'll be addicted. It's like, oh my goodness, this is so incredibly, you just feel like you're just eating goodness. Please, is anyone else on the same wavelength as me? Yeah, so just get as many veggies in as possible. And that's how, it's also going to come up on Thursday, that's how you save money as well, because veggies are cheaper than other forms of protein. There's other ways that you can do it, but doing that. Use your time wisely, so in multitask. So when you are cooking dinner, put a big tray of roasted veggies in the oven at the same time, and then you can, that goes into the fridge for your lunches. Or cook some quinoa up. It can sit in the fridge for 3 to 4 days. It doesn't have the same effect as rice that you need to use the next day. So it's about using your time. So if you are making, dinner, you might be making some seedy crackers at the same time, or you might be making some bliss balls, or you might be making a healthy slice. Do you know, this is what I teach the ladies in my membership, and that's what they've got really good at, is because they are having those healthy options in the fridge or the freezer so they don't get caught out. Okay? Have a large coleslaw, I talked about that. And then the last one is, this is quite key, and it's just have one source of information. It can get so overwhelming, and I've been reading through the comments, and some people are like, I'm just so confused. I don't really know where to start. Or it's just so overwhelming because it's just all very conflicting. So that's why, if you just follow one source of inspiration, I would love that to be me, but if I'm not your person, then find someone who is. And just stick to that person, say, for a month. And follow, they'll share recipes, they'll share tips, and then it'll stop the overwhelm, and you'll find that you'll be able to become more focused, and then you'll achieve your goals a lot quicker. It's just this getting online and trying and researching everything, that there's just too much out there, and then you go, I just don't know where to start, so I don't. And I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. But we all know if we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to get the same results and be in the same place in a year. So, yeah, info overload can be detrimental. And I hope that this isn't an info overload. I'm just trying to keep it really simple. You can come back and listen to this. So that is it for today. I have no idea how long I have been on, but thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow, a lot of the comments have said you've really struggled with healthy lunch ideas. So that's what I am talking about. Quick, easy lunch ideas. And also I'm talking about the secret to radical change in your health and well-being. And it's not what you will think. Okay? So thank you so much for joining me. Please sing out if you've got any questions. Totally here to help, and loving having you on the challenge. Apologies if you are just joining me, catch the replay, and I'll send an email out tonight with the link to the replay anyway. Okay, take care. Bye.